So, do you actually need tips to survive your next visit to Hollywood Studios? Yes, you do. So stay right there. Stay. Good job. Hey guys, this is Chris and welcome back to Bear Talks, where I share with you the places I go, the things I do, and the topics I love to talk about. And this week we are talking about Disney's Hollywood Studios and 3 tips to survive your next visit. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Magic Kingdom and Epcot both got 5 tips. Why is Hollywood Studios only getting 3? I will actually talk about this with my 3rd tip and why it's only getting 3 tips, but I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get right into those 3 tips to surviving your next visit to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Tip number 1 is more of a need to know than a tip. And what you need to know is that parking is a nightmare right now. Disney's Hollywood Studios is going through a lot of work. There are a lot of things coming to this park in the future, but not only inside the park is there a lot of construction, but outside of the park, in the parking lot, there is also a lot happening. Because of this, there are a lot of parking spots that are being closed off and fenced off. There's a lot of construction vehicles coming through, which makes for less parking actually being at Hollywood Studios. So it's important to know that if you're visiting Hollywood Studios, parking is a little bit of a nightmare right now. So just know that it might take a little bit longer, so you might want to plan a little extra time when you're trying to make it to the park. Tip number 2, FastPasses at Disney's Hollywood Studios are set up in a tiered system. What this actually means for your visit is when you're planning, you'll probably notice that you're only able to select 1 attraction from Tier 1 and then 2 attractions from Tier 2. Now, Tier 1 attractions are always going to be the most popular, so Rock and Roller Coaster, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania. These are going to be the attractions that fall into Tier 1, and you're really only going to be able to book 1 of these. And then, after making your selection for Tier 1, you're going to move on to making selections for Tier 2. And this is going to include things like the Frozen Sing-Along, Muppet Vision, Indiana Jones, or something like Star Tours. In this tier, you're going to be able to select 2 attractions instead of just 1 attraction. Now, just so you know, the reason that Disney breaks up the attractions at Hollywood Studios into tiers like this is because there are only so many attractions that Disney considers e-ticket attraction. Now, of course, e-ticket attractions goes back to the old ticket books that you would purchase when you first came into Disney World or Disneyland, and the e-ticket attractions were always the most popular. They were also the ones that cost the most. So knowing that there are going to be a limited number of these fast passes going around, Disney wants to try to make sure that everyone visiting has an opportunity to do one of these big e-ticket attractions on a fast pass, and therefore splits it up into this tiered system. Tip number 3. And this is going to be the explanation as to why there are only 3 tips. And that's because Hollywood Studios right now is a half-day park. It is really difficult to plan an entire day at Hollywood Studios right now. With the additions of Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land coming in the future, that is going to completely change. But before those actually open up, there's just not a whole lot to do for an entire day at Hollywood Studios. Now, it really pains me to say that because I love this park so much, but it's just the truth. My suggestion is don't plan a full day at Hollywood Studios. Plan this to be a half day, and I would even suggest going for nighttime. The reasoning for this is that a lot of people who visit in the morning are going to be leaving, so the park may be less crowded. But the bigger reason is because the nighttime shows are absolutely incredible. Star Wars is just insanely good. And if you are a massive Star Wars fan, this is absolutely one that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you're in Hollywood Studios for nighttime hours. There is no nighttime show that rivals Fantasmic in terms of production. This is absolutely an over-the-top produced show and is a must-do anytime you're visiting the Walt Disney World Resort. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I know, just 3 tips to surviving Disney's Hollywood Studios. But if I missed any, you know what to do. Jump in the conversation in the comments down below and let me know what are some of your best tips while you're visiting Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you like what you saw today, be sure to give this a thumbs up. And if you wanna see more videos just like this one, click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell. And until next time, remember, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow.